Hey traders, this is Ron. Happy Fun Day Monday. Hope you guys had a great start to your week. As always, everything in this presentation is for educational purposes only. Starting here with the SPY, and whether it's the spiders on a daily chart, the diamonds, the Dow ETF, or the Qs, fresh new all-time closing highs today, and we closed at the highs of the day. But more notably, check out IWM, Indigo Whiskey Mike. This is the Russell 2000, the small caps, up 2% today. Bottom right of your screen, average volume is about 17 million shares. We had 24 million today on the breakout and closed near the highs of the day. If I zoom out, we finally did it. For months, we've been talking about this 160, 61 area. With that close at 161.58, that's enough clearance here. You can see the horizontal line. It's a breakout on above average volume. Close at the highs of the day. That's what you want to see if you're a bull. This is a multi-month, frankly, almost a year-long consolidation. From when it bottomed on Christmas Eve a year ago, we went in a straight line up into that 159 area. That's pretty much been the cap now. February is month 2, we're in month 11 for 9 months. Now the target's going to be up there at the all-time highs, ballpark 173. The mid caps, your MDY, they also broke out today, but think back to the beginning of the month. They actually broke out beginning of November, and then just consolidated, right? Well, today we got up to here. Their target is back up towards 373, 374. Comparing mid caps to small caps, I like the small caps chart better. And this could be the next thing to help push the bulls or make the bulls feel even more confident, push the whole market higher, because the small and the mid caps have been lagging. Well, now they're coming along for the ride too. And the S&P's up at all-time highs. Looks like all systems go right now for the bulls. What we're going to watch for if something rolls over here, if I go back to the spiders, just keep an eye on the red line. That'll be the first litmus test that something is going wrong. So if we do get a pullback at some point, watch the red line, 20-day exponential moving average. But I'll keep doing these videos and I'll alert you to it from my point of view as well. Now, Mouse House. It's breaking out of its bull flag today. Here's Disney. Was up almost 1% today, $1.31, sort of near the highs of the day. Volume was pretty solid, almost 10 million shares. I keep getting questions. I guess folks don't watch every single video. Maybe you do. Maybe some folks are just emailing in. But how we could grab the popcorn and sit back and watch here at the end of October was because Disney was entering its seasonally bullish period. That's it. No special sauce, nothing. You just sit, wait, pop, it goes, and then it's game on. Follow along in a paper trading account. It's free. There's no risk. And the same thing goes for Pod. How could we expect Pod? Look at this. It was going down, down, down. Pod enters its seasonal window. Wait for the earnings report, pop goes the weasel, and then it goes from 159 above 180, pulls back for 3 whole days, and today, this one was back up 2%. Now we're north of 180 again. So what I'm going to do, as some of you guys already know, is this is the encore event. It's tomorrow night. I started emails last night. There were 500 seats. 2/3 are gone. We're almost approaching 400 registrants already. By the time tomorrow gets here, I don't know if there's still going to be seats. So just keep, if you want to register, grab your seat so you know you have one at the bottom of this email, or if you're watching the video, there should be a link below it as well. Just register ASAP before you get locked out. We're going to talk about the top 10 stocks for the holiday season going into year end, but also we're going to take a sneak peek at the top stocks for the next year as well. So I look forward to seeing you there. All right, now let's go back and look at some stocks. How about Hasbro? There were some different stocks that were on the move today. Hasbro caught my attention because it was up 3%. I looked for some stocks that had big moves during the day. Volume today on Hasbro was also good, over 2 million shares, which is above its average. It broke above the 20-day EMA. I would say maybe if it can get above 101, that's even better, but this is starting to show a breakout. Once we get above that 101, the gap fills the target. I mean, maybe the 50-day could stop us, right? That's an institutional moving average in orange. So maybe that could be the first target, but otherwise the gap fill could be the target. This is going to be very interesting. I would also consider a 20-day EMA, the red line, as an end-of-day trailing stop. Again, always in a paper trading account. LYFT, stock was up again today, 5%. I talked about it a couple days ago. LYFT breaks out above 45. That was the key. That happened back on, so today's Monday, that would have been Thursday. Sideways Friday, pop today. Target on LYFT, if I zoom out, somewhere up maybe 57-ish, where this little swing low is, and then back through all this chop up to 67. So I think this, once we get up above 57, 58, this is going to become overhead supply, and maybe it has to go a little slower as it chops through there. If it gets through it, that would really be bullish. But right now, it's still, 49 up into maybe 57 technically. That's almost 20% higher right now. How about Apple? That didn't take long, huh? 4 straight down days on Apple. Unheard of. How dare they? Today, Apple was up almost $5, 1.7%. Closed at the highs of the day. Pullback, spike, that looks really pretty as well. I found this stock just going through some big movers. This is ZIOP Oncology up almost 10%. Big volume today compared to its historical average of 1.4. It was 3.2, double its normal volume. Nice rounded bottom. Look how these candles, let me zoom in here. They dipped it, they didn't break it. Dipped it, didn't break it. Dipped it, didn't break it. And that was all on above average volumes. There were some buyers coming in. Then it tested $4 again at the end of October, and then it tested it a couple weeks ago here in this month. For some reason, and you go back over here too, $4 seems to be a floor. And now it got above the 50-day, and today we get the big move. Right now, the major upside target is going to be 7. That's considerably higher. Maybe the mid 5s could be a target. 7-8% higher till we come into maybe some old support levels in here. But once 550-ish falls, it's a straight shot to 7, technically speaking. How about 3M? Nice little move today. Volume was average, but here's the thing. It's basically clinging to that 50-day SMA. It could have broke it last week and it didn't. Friday we held, today we popped. The first sign I think this one might be ready to run is something above 175 on a closing basis. That's going to clear that swing high there. And then when we close the last high, closing high there was 179, let's say 180. We get above 180, which is still $10 higher. It's a free shot back up to the gap fill. This thing was such an abomination on the way down that there is nothing to stop it to go back up there. There's not a lot of overhead supply when we look back at the chart. That could be interesting. How about stocks that are rolling over? Here is KL, Kirkland Lake Gold. Today's gap down, massive volume, 1.3 million. Today was 9.4. Yikes. We took out all these higher lows. At this point, the next support level, all the way down near 30. That's 20%, 25% lower. And how about JEC, which is Jacobs Engineering? I get a lot of questions on, what do reversals look like? How do you know it just wasn't a one-day thing or one-day wonder? Here's the deal. With Jacobs Engineering, while the 50-day did not act as support, and that's our orange line, that's the institutional moving average, it didn't act as support here, and it really didn't for a whole lot here, right? So maybe we can't say the 50 days is the greatest thing. So how do we spot the rollover? This is how. Earnings, massive volume, almost 3 times the normal volume. In fact, it was over 3 times the normal volume. You gapped higher, finished lower at the lows of the day. You blew through everything. So moving averages aside, if I was trading this stock, JEC, there's no way I could be bullish on this on a daily chart anymore. In fact, let's go look at a weekly. I am curious. I didn't do this. Weeklies, it's still above the red line, and the red line has acted as support in the past. But on a daily, you are put on notice. There's a little bit of support here, maybe 87, a couple bucks lower. Then you start coming all the way down here, 80, maybe even upper 70s. That is a bad sign if you're a bull on any particular stock. Bearish engulfing on earnings, big volume, lows of the day, not good stuff. All right, this is going to be the last chance. I know I put this webinar on very short notice. This is a holiday week. Some of you guys might be traveling, but this is the encore event. Top 10 stocks for year end. I'll show you which are the biggest proven movers. These stocks have moving higher, 80 plus, 85 plus, 90 plus % of the time into year end. We're still in a seasonally bullish period, and now this is exactly how I can tell you this is how we found Disney, how we found Pod, how we found the airlines, and then we'll take a sneak peek into next year too. So register at the bottom of this video or in the email you got it, and make sure you save that link to get in tomorrow. I would arrive early, maybe as much as 20-30 minutes early, because we're going to hit max capacity again. So with that, I wish you guys a wonderful holiday week. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there who celebrates it. And I should be back tomorrow night with a video. However, if the market does not move much, there may not be a video as a result, because we're also going to be doing this webinar. So again, happy Thanksgiving. Wish you and your families all the best, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.